Today, our program is full of surprises. As we promised you, we are bringing you a very interesting story today.
She achieved what seemed impossible for her.
My husband was so angry, violent, to the point where he put a gun on my head. It seemed impossible for me to live with him. But I made it. He's a new man now.
It seems impossible until it's done. Find out how she achieved the impossible.
We were getting to know a little bit more Apollonia's, right? Apollonia's life.
Yes.
And we heard that as you got married, things in the beginning were fine, you were happy and so on. But with time, you started getting to know another side of your husband. Some things in his character that was not good, right?
Yes.
Tell us your story.
Well, when we met, my husband was, how can I say, Prince Charming. He was romantic. Well, I was excited that I found the love of my life. But as time went on, he changed. I started noticing these little things like, where have you been? Or where are you going? If you see me dressing up, where are you going? Why are you going without me? Then if he allowed me to go, then he will be looking at the time. Why have you stayed longer than you say you were going to stay? What were you doing? If I'm going for shopping, I noticed that he wanted to get each and every receipt of my shopping. For me, I thought it was about spending, but actually it was not about spending. It was about the time at the bottom of the receipt.
Okay.
And I have to lay them out exactly how I went from shop 1, 2, 3 to the last one.
Wow, it's amazing. So in the beginning, you spoke to us now. In the beginning, it's romantic. All the time, say to you, love you. You are
Treating with care.
Yeah. How many times for this change? For you?
How long it took?
Yeah.
1 year.
Yeah, 1 year.
1 year?
1 year.
Wow. Oh my God.
1 year, when we were supposed to still be new couples.
And I can imagine that was a surprise for her, right? Because when you get married, you are surrendering yourself to the other person.
Exactly.
You don't expect that you'd find this along the way, but you were already married, right?
Yeah, I was already married. Because if it should have started before we got married, I'm sorry, I should have said no. As much as I love you, I can't put up with such a person.
But so how things developed after that? How things got worse?
Well, the first time actually he broke my trust because him trailing me, stalking me, wanting to know everything, that I thought, okay, fine, I can handle it. But the first time he broke my trust is when I fall pregnant. I think that was after 1 year and 6 months. I was expecting our daughter, and he hit me.
Oh my God.
He hit me
While you were pregnant?
while I was pregnant. And that's when I said, well, Apollonia, what did I get myself into? But it was too late. It was too late. I'm married already. I'm pregnant. And again, I start blaming myself that maybe I'm not a good wife. Maybe I need to do things in a better way. You know.
You started blaming. You see how things are. Because her husband was having these problems, these behaviors, and she started blaming herself.
Yes.
And this, although it seems very awkward, is also very common. Many women nowadays, they start blaming themselves for the problem, the way the husband is treating them.
Yeah, well, it's true because we come across women now that they say, well, the problem is me. Then you say, why? Because he told me not to do this, then I did it. He told me not to go to this place, then I went anyway. So that's the reason why he hit me. It doesn't matter where you went. It doesn't matter what you have done. He have no right to hit you. But
Sure, yeah.
I was aware of that, but still I overlooked it and I blame myself.
Wow. I cannot imagine how you felt. So tell us what was the lowest point in your life.
The lowest point was the day when my husband came in very late, 2 in the morning, and he expected me to open the door for him when we agreed for him to take his keys. He felt that I have disrespected him, not opening the door, although he did not really spend not even 5 minutes outside of our house. Our maid opened for him. And when he came in, he was so angry, finding me reading a book, and I did not come to the door to open for him. So he first hit me, across my face.
Wow.
Blood started gushing out my nose straight away.
My God.
Then he walked across the room. He opened his wardrobe. I thought he was going to change. Actually, he went for his gun.
Wow.
Oh my God.
He came back, and the next thing I know, I'm feeling the cold thing on my head.
Wow.
The metal of the gun. And he actually took it off safety, as you see it in movie, when they crack. That's what he did.
So he was really decided.
And he said, do you know that I can kill you right now? And do you know that killing you is easy?
Wow. Oh my God.
Imagine.
And he even mentioned, he said, he is not scared of killing me. At that moment, to be honest, I can't describe how I felt. I was not really scared. I felt he was bluffing, but the other side of my body is saying it can be true. So it was a moment where you don't know what to say and you don't know what to do.
Yes.
Because you are there in your 90 and you are at the mercy of your husband. It's not an intruder, it's your husband.
I know.
With a gun over your head.
Yes. Can you imagine a husband who vowed to love you, someone who trusts and gave yourself to, and he attacked you physically and verbally, and end up point a gun at you? This causes a lot of trauma, isn't it?
Yeah, it's true. And nowadays, many women go through that. It's something very common. I had this problem in my family.
Really, Raquel?
Yes. With my mom, my dad was similar to your story. And what we can see is that because they believe they can't deal with that trauma and that pain, so I'm going to move on with my life, pretend that it's not there, put a lot of makeup on, and let's go. But there is something that you cannot hide,
Yes.
which is in the eyes, right?
I used to do that.
Because you can put a lot of makeup on. I believe you used to do that during the day.
I used to buy actually expensive things. Because with my husband, as much as he was controlling, he had no problem with me spending money. Actually, I can buy anything as long as I can afford it. So I used that gap. I used to buy expensive things, expensive makeup, everything.
But the interesting thing is that the makeup was not to hide a little imperfection, was to hide a mark that she had in her soul because of that problem. But I'm sure that whoever would look in your eyes would see sadness, trauma, something there. But today we look at you and we don't see a traumatized person. We don't see someone who is insecure. We see someone happy.
Yes.
How things change? What did you do for your situation, your life to change?
Well, actually before I got here, I won't lie to anyone, it was not easy. It was not easy because I first have to love myself and understand myself that this is about me, it's not about him. And that's when I made a decision that, look, I can't go on like this. Years are passing, I'm sad and I'm becoming sadder and sadder. And to him, it's like as years goes by, he becomes more violent and more controlling. and more possessive.
So you started valuing yourself.
I started valuing myself.
Working on you.
Working on myself.
And I'm sure you didn't do by yourself,
No.
right? So Apollonia, we don't see the signs of sadness in you or traumas anymore. How did you do to overcome this trauma?
Well, I was fortunate to find a leaflet, a rehab leaflet. It's a group of women. Well, it describes all what they do. It have all the information. So I called them. Okay. So when I called them, they gave me an appointment. I went there. They welcomed me, and we started from there. Okay. So they actually helped me to build back my self-confidence, you know, self-loving, respecting myself and valuing myself. Wow. And this is why I'm like this.
Yes, and this group is also open for you. If you are going through a similar trauma, you don't need to suffer alone. You can have yourself made over on the inside. There is a help for you. You can change the story of your life. Look at this video and find out how you can join this group.
Forgiving the person who betrayed you can be tough, and it can almost always leave a scar. The scar that remains from an abusive past can affect your future in so many ways. There are various forms of abuse, the seen and the unseen. We understand your pain because we have been through it ourselves. If you or someone you know is a victim of any form of abuse, help is available. Rehab. Removing all hurt and abuse. We won't pretend it never happened, but our aim is to help you heal the wounds of the past so that you can build a happy future. We'll listen, we'll advise, we'll be your shoulder to cry on. It's free, confidential, and we're just a phone call away. For more information, call 0207 686 6000 or visit our website uckg.org/rehab.
Well, that is it for now, friends. We've come to the end of today's program. Yes. Join us next week for another exciting video blog. So don't forget to put here your comments because this is very important for us. So see you next time. Bye.
Bye.